Welcome to the Wicklow Elementary School Title I Annual Meeting for the 2022-2023 school year. We know that as parents and guardians, your time is very valuable to you, so we will respect your time by focusing on the key points of what you need to know as parents or guardians of students enrolled in a Title I school. We will be brief, to the point, and hopefully you will leave having learned something new. This annual meeting serves as an overview of the Title I program, what the overall purpose of Title I is, how the funds are being used at the school, how as parents you can become involved in your children's education at Wicklow Elementary, and school curriculum and assessment information. Title I Part A is the largest federally funded education program in the United States. Title I Part A is a federal entitlement grant, meaning that the school district does not have to submit competitive grant applications to the Florida Department of Education. Possibly the most critical point to take away here is that the goal of Title I is to increase achievement for every student. The purpose of Title I Part A is to close the academic achievement gap between economically disadvantaged students and non-economically disadvantaged students. So how do schools qualify for Title I? The percentage of students qualifying for free or reduced price lunch as well as direct certification, those on Medicaid or food stamps or some other government assistance, generate the funds, but all students can take advantage of the program. As of the date selected to determine the Title I allocation, which is in February of the previous school year, Wicklow Elementary had 545 of the 652 students, or 83.59% of the enrolled students qualifying for free or reduced price lunch. This was a decrease from a total of $710,899.12 in the 2021-2022 school year. The decrease happened because the number of students qualifying for free or reduced price lunch decreased from 84.11 to 83.59% of the students enrolled at Wicklow at the time the Title I grant was written. While the decrease of 0.52% is actually not a sizable difference, the reason for the decrease in funding is that Wicklow Elementary had 58 less students qualifying for free or reduced price lunch from the 2021-22 to the 2022-23 school year. This is one reason why filling out and submitting the free or reduced price lunch application is so important. School leadership at each Title I school work through a needs assessment when deciding how to budget the funds. At Wicklow Elementary School, school leadership determined that additional supplemental staff would be the most effective usage of the funds. These 10 positions are in addition to those provided by the school district via the general allocation formula. Without Title I funds, we would not be able to have these vital staff members who work so hard to help our students and staff members succeed. For parent-family engagement, all of the funds budgeted for parent-family engagement events were initially allocated to compensate Wicklow Elementary staff members working after hours at academic parent-teacher teams, or APTT, events, or other parent and family engagement events. As not all of these funds will likely be used for this purpose, a plan is in motion to move some of those funds to purchase materials and supplies or light refreshments for upcoming parent-family engagement events. A large component of Title I Part A is parent and family engagement, and each Title I school is required to develop a parent and family engagement plan. The PFEP is developed toward the end of the school year, usually in March or April, for the upcoming school year. In this plan, the parent and family engagement events for the upcoming school year are to be determined based on school need and input from stakeholders. Also, a specific plan for the funds allocated for parent and family engagement activities should be determined when writing the PFEP. The Title I Student Compact is more than just a document to sign. The compact is an agreement between the teacher, student, and parent used for goal setting for the school year. Each student and their parent at Title I schools should participate in a meaningful conference to review the compact, set goals for the school year, and sign the compact to commit to their goals. As a parent of a student at a Title I school, you have the right to be involved in your child's education. Don't be afraid to ask about the professional qualifications of teachers or paraprofessionals working with your children. If teachers at Title I schools are not state certified in the grade level or subject areas they are teaching, you have a right to know that. Paraprofessionals are expected to be highly qualified, meaning that they are to have a high school diploma or equivalent, Florida Special Diploma, plus one of the following criteria: at least 2 years of higher education, have an associate's degree, or have passed the Parapro test. Title I schools are required to provide parents information about their child's level of achievement on each of the state academic assessments. This chart displays the school grade information for Wicklow Elementary School for the 2021-2022 school year. In the 2021-2022 school year, Wicklow Elementary School's grade was a C. Interactive school report card information can be found on the Florida Department of Education's Know Your Schools portal. In the Google Forms where this Title I annual meeting presentation is embedded is a link to the Know Your Schools portal. Be sure to explore this useful website. These tables take the school grade components over the past 3 years tested academic years. In April of 2020, due to the pandemic, the U.S. Department of Education granted a report card waiver related to certain assessments and accountability requirements, based on data from the 2019-20 and 2020-21 school years, meaning that schools were not graded for these 2 school years. This waiver included SF Federal Index accountability requirements. This is how Wicklow Elementary School compared with the other Title I schools in Seminole County Public Schools. Continuing the trend of excellence, Seminole County Public Schools is an A-graded district. The Florida Department of Education publishes this statewide assessment schedule, which public school districts must follow. The assessments here are those which are considered summative, or end-of-year exams. For instance, all students in grades 3 through 10 will take the FAST in English Language Arts, or ELA. All students in grades 3 through 8 will take the end-of-year math assessment. Students in grades 5 through 8 will take the 5 and 8 will take the statewide science assessment, and so on. New for the 2022-23 school year is FAST, or Florida Assessment of Student Thinking. Students in kindergarten through grade 10 will take different formats and subjects of the FAST. FAST will be administered 3 times per school year as baseline, mid-year, and end-of-year assessments. The Florida Standards Alternative Assessment is designed for students with individualized education plans whose participation in the general statewide assessment program is not appropriate, even with accommodations. The FSAA is based on the Florida Standards Access Points for English Language Arts and Mathematics and on the Next Generation Sunshine State Standards Access Points for Science and Social Studies. Access points are academic expectations written specifically for students with significant cognitive disabilities. Most of these assessments are for secondary schools and do not apply to elementary schools, though students in 4th grade will take the writing field test throughout April 2023, and English language learners will take their access assessments in the January through March 2023 testing window. Each school's grade is further broken down into subgroup categories. The performance of each subgroup is measured along with all students in the school. School leadership addresses the needs of all subgroups in planning for school improvement. For continuous school improvement, all schools, Title I and non-Title I, are further rated on their student subgroup performance on state assessments. Student subgroups scoring less than 41% proficient are considered underperforming, and school leadership must address the strategies which will be taken at the school to increase student achievement amongst each subgroup. For the 2021-2022 school year, the following subgroups scored below 41% proficiency at Wicklow Elementary School: Black African Americans at 37%, students with disabilities at 28%, and English language learners at 37%. To dive deeper into student subgroup performance, click the link in the Google Forms where this Title I annual meeting presentation is embedded to access the Know Your Schools portal. Be sure to explore this useful website. Parents are definitely encouraged to monitor their children's progress as to not be surprised when progress reports and report cards are available. Frequent communication between parents and teachers is vital to a successful parent-teacher-student relationship. To stay informed about the goings-on at Wicklow Elementary, make sure you have an active email address on file for Skyward Parent Access, check your child's backpack for notices, listen to automated calls from the school, and attend SAC or PTA meetings. The school administrative team at Wicklow Elementary is available for conferences to address your needs and concerns or to talk through your child's progress. Thank you for being involved in your child's education and viewing the Title I annual meeting presentation. We value your input and suggestions. Please be sure to return to the Google form to complete the one-question survey.